and the highest I made this year.
Can't believe I believed everything we had was last. So young and naive of me took what she was from your past.
Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope all of you guys are good. I hope all of you guys are great. I know I am. If this is not your first time here, hi baby, hi. Thank you so much for constantly choosing to come back. You can be anywhere else with anyone else doing something else, but you're here, and for that I'm truly grateful. If this is your first time here, hi baby, hi, welcome home. You will definitely enjoy it here, and if you're still undecided about being part of this family, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and you will not regret it. Now I know it's been I think it's been like a month since I posted something, only because life has honestly been so busy. A lot has happened, but I think I'll explain that in a separate video. But God is good, God is still great, and yeah, like through it all, He's God. He's never left my side, regardless of it being like a very difficult situation. I didn't even feel that much pain, because I'm lying, I did probably like a whole lot of pain, but knowing that God is on your side, everything's gonna be okay. Right, so as you guys can see by the title of the video, this is a highly requested video, and by highly I mean like 5 of my students that just wanted to know how I got into tutoring, what are the requirements, how much I make, and why I am leaving, right? So if this is your kind of content, do stick around and I will tell you how I got into tutoring and show you guys the amounts I made, and yeah. Righty, so like background, right? So I started my first year in 2019, right? And I think I've already mentioned this particular tutor. He was my tutor then. I mentioned him here already, and I think that is when my passion for tutoring just started, because like he was so passionate about his job. He made us really understand concepts and. So from 2019, after meeting my logistics tutor, I knew that this is what I wanted in my varsity career, right? So at the end of 2019, I had applied. So this was my first year. At the end of the first year, I applied, and unfortunately I got rejected at the end of first year, and this is like the beginning of second year. Cool, 2020 comes. This is now lockdown. I applied again and got rejected, right? Cool. And I was like, you know what, at the end of 2020, after getting the rejection, I still applied like the same year. I'm like, yeah, like after getting the rejection, I applied again, because I think I got rejected in like November-ish, December. Please grab. I applied again, and luckily, so I'd also like, I'll always like go back and like ask, hi sir, hi ma'am, just a reminder that I applied, blah 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 blah, I'm really passionate about this, da, 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 things like that. So every week, I think they were really tired of me. Every week I would like follow up, because this is something that I really wanted, and then it really wasn't for like financial reasons. It was just because I really loved it and I wanted to do it. Cool. And also I had been told that it's not like a lot of money. I was told that it was like 600 or something like that a module. So it's like, ah, whatever. Luckily I had NSFAS, so I didn't really need money, but who doesn't like extra cash, right? Shabu, I then applied, and then I think like Feb of 2021, this is now my third year, I get an email, and this guy's like, quickly come to my office, let's talk about this. There's like a mini interview, and then he asked like, no, I'm lying, he didn't say I should come to the office. We had an interview over the phone, and he was like, Molabore, are you sure you can do this? What experience do you have speaking in front of like a group, blah blah? And luckily I was like head girl, so like that came in handy. I was like, oh, don't worry about it, I was head girl, blah 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 blah. And obviously that was then a conversation after my results, my academic results were like spoke for me pretty much, right? So this then leads us to the requirements of being a tutor. So it is always like beneficial. There isn't like a direct thing like you have to do A, B, C, and D to be a tutor, but it's always like you are at more of an advantage if maybe say you want to tutor for business management and you have like an 80% or a distinction, whatever, in business management. For me, what really came in handy was, yes, obviously the distinctions I had in, on my academic record, also being part of the University of Johannesburg's top 1% achievers thingy, right? So that came in handy because when you tell lecturers or whoever that, oh no, actually I did A, B, C, and D, I feel like I'm very capable, the university as a whole recognizes my hard work, so clearly students are in good hands. So it's very important to have something to show that, you know what, actually I am equipped to tutor these people, right? And but if you do not have like those things, that's still fine. You can still be a tutor without being like in the Eugenius club or whatever. But I'd say that because it's a bit like competitive, especially if you don't know people within the department. When I started, I knew nobody. So if you know people in the department, maybe it might be a bit easier. They put in like a good word for you, and an end and an end. So yeah, but if you don't know people, it's always better to have good grades. That's the first thing. Have good grades. Secondly, I would say honestly, be able to like talk for yourself. You need to utilize your mouth. You need to just be sell yourself. Sometimes you might have, I know, like in my business 3, my first semester, I did trash in my first semester, and in the second semester I don't think I've gotten like a mark less than an 85. So it didn't mean that I wasn't like equipped with whatever, but I just really had like I was in like a horrible space, so obviously it translated to like on the academic record. So sometimes you just need to like talk and tell people that, you know what, you're gonna put in the work, blah 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 blah. So those are like the two main requirements. Just like have like a good transcript. It would be like advantages for you to have, maybe like like accolades that you have gotten received, as part of like, I don't know, like to add on to your academic whatever capabilities. And just know people within departments, they can always like, yeah, help you out here and there. And the third thing is just be able to talk for yourself, because once you are in, honey, there is no stopping you. Yeah, so those are like the three like requirements. And then how do you then apply? What I did when I started, so when I knew nobody, I obviously emailed everyone. I emailed the lecturers. I didn't even know that there were like department admin people that dealt with such things. So I emailed all my lecturers except one module. I hate. Funny enough, it's the course that I'm doing. Guys, I hate that module, so I didn't even bother applying. But like, I emailed all the lecturers and I was like, hi, blah 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 blah, right? So if you are interested in that, you can just like, I'll just put my email down below and you can just email me, and then I'll send you the relevant email addresses if you wanna, obviously if you're at UJAPB. Cool. um so yeah, you email all the lecturers. You also email the admin people. So if you know, like if you want to tutor, let's say in the supply chain department, you might want to email the admin person there. If you want to tutor in, so I was in extended, kind of what's the department, extended ADC. You might have to email the admin person in ADC, and an end and an end and an end. So that's how you then apply, and you just cross your fingers. Another important thing that I almost forgot is that, you don't just wake up today and say like you're gonna be a tutor tomorrow, right? It has to be something that obviously that you really like, maybe like we've been interested in for like a while now. So in that year of you being so interested in this thing, make relationship with your lecturer. It's always make a relationship with your lecturer and your tutor. It's always important to like have someone to talk for you. And if you can't have someone to talk to you for you, rather talk to your lecturer frequently, so that by the time you have marinated him or her, then it's easier to just get in, because like, oh, hi Bo, Molabore. Oh, okay, no, I know you, I know you're a great student, why not, right? So those are the requirements and how to then apply. And yeah, so the shmoney context also, it's very important. No, before we get to the money, why did I even like, why did I stop tutoring? Let's start there. Have a cup of coffee, let me just get a sip. All right, so I stopped, well, I decided that I'm gonna leave tutoring during the June recess. And for, if I'm gonna be very honest with you, the main, well, I had like two big reasons. The biggest reason was that I was tired, uncertainty. Like, you find that other departments just are gonna decide not to pay you, or like pay late, or, and like, guys, how am I supposed to pay rent when you guys are just like, you know? So I hated the uncertainty of not knowing whether I'm gonna get paid, and if I do get paid, will it be everything? And secondly, it, I also had like a very difficult exam, and I knew that had I failed that exam, thank God I didn't, then I was like gonna lose my job. So I was like, you know what, I'm not about to put myself in a situation where I am walking on eggshells, you know. No, I need to get like a job to help me like just maintain that calmness and like sharp. You know, when you always like thinking too much, like, yo, if I don't do this, this is going to like, it's gonna have like a domino effect on everything else in my life. So I was like, I don't want that kind of vibe. So if I fail a module, let me find something that, regardless of me failing a module or not, I'm still gonna get an income, right? Because it's like a lot of pressure on you, especially if you are taking care of yourself, you're not funded. So now I'm talking this, yeah, no funding, no, obviously I can hit up my sisters, but like I don't want to constantly like, hi, can you send me like 100 rand for ABC and team? I don't want to constantly do that. So when you're basically relying on yourself for everything, it's a bit, hey, it gets exhausting. And thirdly, I don't always want to like make this about what's this, about like me not having parents, but unfortunately my life honestly revolves around that. It's like not having parents does like a number on you. Like you immediately get into like survival mode, and when you are constantly surviving and you forget to live. So that's what I felt tutoring was doing to me. Like I was just working so damn hard because I took on so many modules and I needed some sort of security. I needed to, you know, survive basically, and like other parts of my life then took like a back seat. I didn't see my friends as frequently. I was not like very happy. Like I love tutoring, but like the amount of work and knowing like somewhere at the back of my mind that something has to work out because there is no plan B, right? And like I said, yes, I have sisters, but I don't want to bother my sisters all the damn time. So yeah, those are like the three reasons I decided that it's not for me anymore. However, it's something that I'm very passionate about, and hopefully after like 5-6 years I will then go back to maybe just lecturing. And yeah, it's something I'm passionate about, people, and I think I've mentioned this here a lot of times. Cool. So now the shmoney. Right. So I started tutoring last year. This is 2022, and funny enough, I applied for, for a lot of modules. I got one module, but that module was like divided into two. Extended students will know this. So usually you do like a year module, a semester module as a year module. So that means you do half the semester for a year and the next half the following year. I hope I make sense. Cool. So luckily that guy that taught the first years also taught the second years, and he was like, you know what, Mnabare, just do both modules. And yeah, and luckily it's like an extended group, so it's very like intimate. But honey, the money wasn't okay. The money wasn't. Cool. I started doing that. It was amazing. And literally the week of me starting to tutor that module, I remember walking down the stairs and I get a call. I answer, and then this guy's like, hi, is this blah blah blah? I'm like, speaking. And then he's like, please come to the office. Da, 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 da. I haven't forgot who this guy is, but I knew he was a lecturer and he had seen that I applied for tutoring. And then he's like, okay, cool, comes to the office, blah 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 blah. Goes to the office and he's like, okay, cool. I see that you have applied. There's like a vacancy, and so you can. I'll put in like a word, not put in a word for you, but I'll tell this woman to also interview you, right? I'm like, okay, cool, great. I get interviewed, I think the next day, and I obviously got the job. So that meant in my first day of tutoring, I tutored 3 modules. And with those 3 modules, I made just above 7K. So maybe like 7.3. I'm not sure, but I will leave it somewhere here. So my first 3 modules, my first year of tutoring, I tutored 3 modules and I made 7.4. 7.3, I'm not sure. Cool. That happened, just kind of whatever. Cool. So then that was that. I tutored 3 modules for 7.3. So I then that year came to an end, and obviously I had to go back this year. And I remember vividly telling God that, God, I'm gonna go back to tutoring, and I need this tutoring to pay for my rent. My rent at the time was 4.2. I need this tutoring to pay for my car. Like petrol is like 700 to 800 full tank. I need to eat, and I didn't come. I didn't come here to suffer. I didn't come here to suffer. So if I want like 20 rand at KFC, God, please provide that for me. Obviously not like in how I'm saying it now, but I was like, God, I need this. I was very intentional about and very specific about what I needed God to do for me this year financially. I was like, make sure that my rent is paid, make sure that I can still like afford like a cute lifestyle, and I should just, please, can I have the basics, and if you can, just give me like a cherry on top. And you know what God did? He said, bet. Cool. So this year was like the worst for me, not because of the money I made, but how very it was just up and down. Just one department would not pay, the other department would pay half. It was so exhausting. So this department, I tutored, I think 5-6 modules. Let's count. I don't think I'm gonna say them out loud, uh 6 modules. I tutored 6 modules, and with that, the lowest I've made this year, because remember it was a bit of the lowest I've made this year, I think, was like 10.5. The most average or most constant was around like 12,000, and the highest I made this year was 15,000. So yeah, that's pretty much how much I made from tutoring. It is a good career, a good high school varsity career to embark on, especially because like it adds to your, like, I don't know, the amount of time you spend at work. You're also more motivated to study, work hard, because like, what kind of tutor are you if you want to fail, honey? So it helps you like stay grounded, it helps you like remain focused, and however, there are other like bunch of jobs that you can do as a university student. Obviously, it's big for like the university I attended. You can like go work at the library. I think they make quite a decent amount as well for just like being in the front desk, helping you find books, tidying up the library, making sure that you guys like leave the library at 10 p.m. and an end. I think it's pretty decent. I also know that Psych Ed offers quite what's this, like, they offer like career guidance services, and sometimes actually absorb people that come there for career guidance. So please make sure that you utilize the university facilities, and don't just go to Psych Ed because abafana bayagula Also use it for like your career and elevate yourself. The last thing you want to do at the end of your university career is just leave with a paper and two friends and a heartbreak, because you will leave with a heartbreak. I'm kidding. But you also want to elevate. The reason you came to varsity is to elevate yourself academically, so you might as well leave there with a few references. If you can make a few hundreds. And yeah, I hope this video helps somebody. Please do apply. It's a really beautiful way to like elevate yourself. So reflects so beautifully on your CV as well. I don't think I know of any tutor that struggled, any tutor that actively looked for a job, that struggled to get a job. So yeah, I think we've come to the end of the video. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys soon. And yeah, God bless.